Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, how are you?
Hello,
Mario.
Australia.
Hi. So we got
Hi.
Dionysi, Tony, Maro. Where are we coming from? Canada, Greece? Where are we coming from?
Canada.
Canada?
parts unknown. All over
Montreal.
Canada. I'm in
Wow.
London, Ontario over here.
So you're in
Montreal.
London, Tony?
Yes, I'm in London.
And Dionysi?
In Montreal.
Wow. The far removed. What an appropriate title. How far can we be removed from each other?
Yeah.
Well,
And then
that's where
there's
our name actually came from, because we've been recording for the last 7 years together in different cities, doing everything
Wow.
online. And that's how we came up with the name The Far Removed.
Wow, this is an amazing collaboration. And if we really look at it, I've come across a lot of artists all around the world, and there's some young artists that have put together a band, and everybody lives around the world. Like, to me, years ago, it was unheard of. The majority, you had to all be in one studio, and yet now, you know, you're collaborating around the world and putting music together.
Yeah,
It's
technology finally caught up, right?
It did. Tony,
Yeah.
you're in London. How is
London,
London? At the moment?
Ontario.
London,
Ontario.
not,
Yeah, not
Ontario.
London, England.
Not London, England.
not London.
No.
Okay, I'm going to
What's
learn geography here. This is fantastic.
You will, yeah.
And are you all from, like, were you all born where you're currently living, or are you all from Greece?
Well, I'm born here, and as you know, I moved to Greece and moved back here. So that's my story. You all know it. So the guys can go ahead and tell you there. Tony's not Greek, he's Italian.
Ah, come
Tony?
stai, signore?
Bene, bene. Molto bene. Grazie.
And-
No, I'm from a little place in northern Ontario called Sault Ste. Marie, which is even further west of here. If you look at the Great Lakes on a map, the 3 Great Lakes, and you put your finger right in the middle of them, that's where I'm originally born and raised from. My parents were from a little place near Naples, Italy, and immigrated in the 70s, early 70s. And I work in an industry that sees me traveling a lot around the North America. So I ended up in London, Ontario for work. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I have been to Napoli, actually. Dionysi, where are you from?
I was born in Montreal, but both my parents were from Greece, born in Greece. My dad's from Zakynthos and my mom's from Athens.
Zakynthos is a beautiful island.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been there, but it's a really beautiful island. But yeah, so they both moved here when they were young kids, got married, and I've been here since.
Wow, and Maro and The Far Removed, how did you guys collaborate? Like, how did you connect together?
Well, I met Dionysi. Sorry, Dionysi.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead.
We've all got
Go
a
ahead.
European background, so we can all jump in at any time.
I met Dionysi at a party, at my friend's party, who happens to be his cousin. And we got introduced there, and he emailed me some songs, but we never got the opportunity to work together. And, you know, some time went by and we got locked up with COVID, and he sends me soon, and I fell in love with it. And then we recorded. See, this is my studio, he's in his studio, and Tony, I've never actually met face-to-face with Tony, so I only know Dionysi face-to-face.
Wow. I'll just now, we've got the songstress here, the sexy Maro Lytra. That's how, look, if I search you on Google.
I know.
You're the Greek singer. You began your career when you competed in the Greek talent show Fame Story. Yes. What year was when you were in Fame Story, Maro?
I was in Fame Story in 2004.
Wow.
Long time ago.
A lot of Greek artists have come out of a talent show, I believe, from Greece.
Well, I think I don't know about now. I don't really watch it, but I know back when I was in the first Fame Story and I was in the second Fame Story, both in Fame Story 1 and Fame Story 2, there was a lot of people that came out of there and had great careers. After that, not so much. I think Fame Story 1 and 2 were the killers. And then, you know, I think there was way too many shows or maybe too many artists come, you know, then it becomes just a game. It doesn't. But we were lucky enough to be in the beginning of the phase where we were able to sustain a career and have a career for a long time.
And
now I watch some games, and you see them on the game, and then you never hear of them again. So that's really bad for those kids. But
yeah, it's like that here. Yeah, it's like that here too. When we have The Voice, many of them excel through The Voice, and then you may not hear about them. Some of them continue their career, but at least they were given that chance. They got there. Right. Yeah, where it goes. But you took it even further. You won 2 awards with Mad Video Music.
I did. I did. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank
you. So you
I owe it all to
Mad
my
Video
Greek
Music
fans.
Award, Best Duet Collaboration, and then the Mad Video Music Award for Sexiest Video. Can you tell us about your sexiest video and what song that was for?
I think that was from Mechani του Χρόνου, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Mechani του Χρόνου.
Yeah, I won for that, and then I won for Kanis Lathos, which was a huge, huge song. But the sexiest, I think, was Mechani του Χρόνου, because y'all seen it that I'm pretty much half naked. So
they're not doing anything. Just listening.
I'm actually not naked, but I'm wrapped in film, and it was pretty provocative, and so yeah, it deserved the award, I guess.
It deserved it, and it was awarded. Now, boys, let's talk about Far Removed. Can you tell me how Far Removed? I know we briefed on it of how it came about. How did you, Dionysios and Tony, meet? And how long have you guys been working together?
Do you want to go ahead?
Tom? Oh, sure. I moved from Montreal when I was in my 20s, and I moved up to Northern Ontario. And I ran into Tony through a drummer that I was playing with at that time, and he was in a band, and they were looking for a drummer and a guitar player. And we got in a band, so we toured as kids, mostly bars and a different scene. And then I moved back to Montreal, and we never had that connection to be able to write until the internet came, and actually technology caught up to us, like Tone says. So in the last couple of years, we've been just recording online and writing music for other artists, for ourselves, and that's what we do right now.
That's amazing. Tony, Besmo, tell me.
Yeah, I mean, Dee's got most of the story covered. We always had a strong writing connection right from the time we met. Dee's got this, ability to play a lot of instruments and produce stuff, and I kind of bring the lyrical side and the melodies that, we talked about Naples a little bit, and Napolitan people are known for their melodies, those melodies that are enduring, and I feel like I bring that and some lyrics to the table. But we both write, he plays instruments, I play accordion, guitar, keyboards. So awesome. It's really nice, and we connected instantly, and we started writing songs when we were in our 20s, and then our families stayed close. I was actually his cubaro at his wedding, and we then started writing.
Lots of wine that night.
Yeah, it's the Greek and Italians together, no good. But and then we continued to write, and then only in the last 6-7 years or so, really stopped writing for ourselves and started to focus more on other artists, because the gap grows between what's current sounding and what's not, and even though it's in our heads, it doesn't always, it comes out sounding a little bit dated when I do it. So
that's not true.
You tell him, Maro.
He has an amazing voice. He's so talented. They're both so talented. It's unbelievable.
Talking about amazing voices, I can sit here all day and just listen to you guys talk. That accent is just...
And we can listen to you. Your accent is amazing. I wish I could do it. I love it. Yeah, mate.
The Canadian, it's very sexy. It's really lovely.
You guys Australian is sexy, and you have Chris Hemsworth. Damn. You have it all. You have the accent and him.
There you go, Maro. We'll have to connect you guys, 2 stars.
Do we have an accent though? Because we don't feel like we have an accent. I mean, I know I have an accent, but that's because I park eggs. But
Tony and Dionysios for me, in my ears right now, they've got a stronger Canadian accent. Yours is a little bit more softer.
Yeah, I have the Greek kind of Greek English.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the United States working there, and so mine's a blend, because it's somewhat Canadian and there's things I say that are more American, like sorry, and
Sorry.
you know,
We say
just
sorry,
things.
sorry.
Yeah, instead, yeah, so, depends where I am. I don't say a lot, believe it or not.
That's what we're trying to avoid saying, eh?
I try.
Now, guys, COVID's hit, pandemic's hit all around the world. And it has affected the music industry. It has affected the entertainment industry. However, just like yourselves, many artists are now writing and collaborating online and creating beautiful songs, beautiful music. You guys have created the song Soon, which was inspired by the COVID. Tell me a little bit about the song Soon, or tell me actually, how has COVID affected you guys individually, first of all? We'll start with Dionysios.
How COVID's affected us, like everybody else, locked up, away from family. I lost my sister in March of last year to cancer.
I'm so sorry.
But we weren't even able to go see her in the hospital or anything like that. And we had no funeral. So that was really tough on our family, just being locked up and not being able to get together and condole each other and, you know, give the hugs. So that was the tough part. As far as the song, COVID, how, I don't know, do you want to ask them the others that question, and we'll go back to the song?
No, you can continue talking, don't worry, and then everyone can still say their part.
We, Tone and I had a jump on the technology because we've been writing like this for a couple of years. So he actually sent me a piano version of him singing Soon, and for me to listen to see what I thought about it, and I thought it was great. So we recorded it, we did the production, and then when we listened to it, we thought it was something missing. There wasn't that connection in that song. So we discussed about being a duet, and that's how Maro got involved, and we brought her in. And I really found when her voice came into it and there's that chemistry between the two of them longing for each other, the song really came to life after.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And what I was impressed about was that Tone sang in his studio and Maro sang in her studio, and they were never connected, but you feel like they're next to each other, looking at each other, singing to each other. So they really brought the emotion in their vocals and their performance.
Oh,
so
thanks.
Dionysios, I just asked you a question here, a personal question.
Yeah.
Do you believe the song Soon, coming from Tony during this really sad time in our lives, a very difficult time in our lives, do you think that's helped you cope with the pandemic and cope with what you went through with your sister, because you have something positive to look forward to?
I think writing music is what's keeps me positive in general, not only Soon, but every other project that we've done. It just keeps the mind focused, because if I was to sit around doing nothing all day, I would probably lose my mind. So there's that little thing that we do together, that communication. We're always online talking about music, and that kind of brings, it makes COVID kind of disappear for a little bit.
For a little bit. And Tony, how has COVID affected you in your personal life? And how have you dealt with going through this pandemic?
Yeah, thanks for asking. I mean, like everybody else, obviously not to the extreme. I don't work in healthcare. I actually work in the gambling industry in Canada. And so that was completely shut down. And I found myself with a lot of time on my hands. And I mean, like Dionysios said, we've always written and we're always writing music, but we're so close, him and I. And I've had a lot of loss in my life previous. He had recent loss. And to be honest, I had just recorded a version of Bella Ciao from the series Money Heist, just for fun. And it really kind of brought out that emotion of all those people in Italy on their balconies. It just kind of brought it together for me. And I just started writing Soon, but right away, like I sent it to Dee, we listened to it, and it just always sounded like a duet in my mind. And we just didn't know who to connect with because we didn't have a lot of female singers at our disposal. But yeah, it's been tough for everybody, but I don't work in the front line, so I would never put myself on that level. My wife and I got through it barely, but we got through.
But you got through it. That's the main thing, isn't it? And just before we go to Maro, I just want to ask the Far Removed in relation to your songwriting. So you've written a lot of songs together, and you've written a lot of songs that you have given to other artists to sing. Out of all the songs that you have written, aside from what we're doing now with Maro, the collaboration, which songs have become huge success? And perhaps you can give us a couple of singers that have made it a success for you.
D?
Tony, you want to go?
Right
Yeah,
there?
sure.
Yeah. No, I can channel this one because that's sort of where we're at right now. To be honest with you, Rula, we're kind of relatively unknown, really, after all these years. Like, we've connected with some smaller artists in the U.S. who looked like they were promising and looked like it was going to take off, and it never quite did. So really, for us, in addition to Maro really nailing the song and bringing it to life, it was an opportunity for us to work with an artist that was a little bit above our current success level. Like, we are hoping through this collaboration and continued writing that other people will connect with us and hear some of our stuff, because we feel like we have a catalog of really outstanding music that we could share with other artists. So the success has been a little elusive so far, I guess, from that level.
And you also write Italian songs too, Tony?
No, not really. I mean, I could, I guess, if I really wanted to, but you know, no.
Stick to the English. That's okay.
No.
Stick to it. No, yeah, maybe I could. Yeah.
Accordion song, maybe, but.
Yeah, maybe
Maro,
not. Yes,
Maro, how has COVID affected you?
Oh, well, like everybody else here, the lockdown was really hard. Not being able to do anything, and I had a fire. So the room I'm in right now was actually burnt during COVID, and they tried to get us out, but anyway, the firemen ended up saving the rest of the house where we were able to live in and not go and be homeless, basically. So we were lucky with that. It was, I think, apart from COVID sucking, it sucks. You know, you have these little tragedies. Like, I had the fire. Sadly for Dionysios, he lost his sister. You know, so many little tragic stories all over the place. But at the end of the day, we're here, we're alive, we're breathing. We should be thankful and focus on that, and not how bad COVID was, but how we're getting out of it slowly, basically. Because we can go back and talk about all the shitty, stuff that happened to everybody, but we should really, really focus
on the positive and moving forward.
Positive and moving forward, yeah, because we've all been through stuff, and I'm sure you have too, and other people, and tragedies, and some are worse than others, and you know.
And what a great way, music, through entertainment.
Music is amazing. The only thing that got me through it was music. And when Dionysios told me, like, you have to go get, because I had this here 58 and just live stuff. I didn't have studio stuff like the mic on this side, and he told me what to go get, and I just ordered everything online. And it was so exciting to be able to be in studio again. It was just such an amazing feeling, such a healing feeling when I sang the song soon, and after that recording with the guys and really focusing on music, because I was away from music for many, many years as well. So I got back into it with The Far Removed. So they gave me a big gift.
That is so good.
I appreciate
now,
that.
Before you collaborated with the boys at The Far Removed, you, from Lefkada and Mesologie, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, Mesologie. You're a Greek opera entertainer. Can you maybe give us something from your opera voice?
Opera entertainer? I was a pop singer.
You're a pop singer. Well, according to some bios online, they said you're a Greek opera entertainer. How's that?
They're wrong. I'm not an opera singer.
Well, there you go.
Warm up your
I did
soprano
vocal
voice.
lessons in opera, but operatic style when I first started with my vocal lessons, but I wouldn't call myself an opera singer.
An opera singer. Okay. You released in 2005 a debut album with the title Mikres Amarties, Little Sings. Your first single was called Iparchi Ali. There's another person, and it's been famous for the controversial video featuring a hot as hell Maro Lytra singing on a table. That to me is a Greek singer. Do you want to just give me a little bit of that song in Greek?
Do you know that, you want me to sing it for you?
You don't have to sing the whole thing. Maybe a little bit.
I don't even remember the song. I mean, what I ate yesterday. You want me to remember 2004, the lyrics? Oh, God, how does it go?
I mean, that's interesting, you said, because your next single was Thimisu. So,
Which I
θυμάσαι
don't
το
remember.
τραγούδι.
I have a memory
Θυμάσαι
of
το Thimisu.
δεν θυμάμαι τίποτα. Μην με ρωτάς τίποτα. Δεν θυμάμαι τι έφαγα εχθές. Πλάκα μου κάνεις. Honestly, υπάρχει άλλη. How does υπάρχει άλλη even go? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay, darling. That's okay. Let's go to.
I'm sorry to all the fans. Well, this is a funny story that you're bringing up because the year of Υπάρχει άλλη, I also had a song in the CD called Sena Sitari. And this I'll never forget.
Υπάρχει άλλη σε ένα σιτάρι. Όταν υπάρχει άλλη, μέσα στο σιτάρι αντιβάζουμε.
Nah, we put her somewhere else, but anyway.
Ναι, και μετά θα λέμε, θυμήσου τι πέρασες.
Άκου να δεις, I gotta tell you this story. This is the funniest thing because I really don't remember lyrics. And after, so I'm at Posidonia with Verdi at this point, and I come out. You know, I do my first set, and then I come out, I go change, I get in my dress, I come out, the lights are low, I have like a spotlight on me, the bouzouki player starts playing the intro to Ena Sitari, and I froze. I could not even remember my own song. I just sat there, and I go to the bouzouki player again, so he does it again. And then I'm going again. So he must have played the intro like 3-4 times. I turn around in shock now. I didn't know what to do. The bass player is like holding his stomach. He was laughing so hard. Now the lights.
Didn't the maestro say in your earpiece να τραγουδήσεις?
No, I can't remember. Not only could I not remember the lyrics, but I completely blanked out on the melody.
That's all
So
right.
then I start saying. Then I remember a bit the lyrics, and I start the melody. So I start saying lyrics from any Greek song I could remember and put it together. And then finally, the light goes on to one of my fans who starts singing the chorus because I'm coming up to the chorus now. And if I don't know the chorus, well, you know, it's really bad. So then I see her singing it, and she's singing it off the top of her lungs. And so it comes back to me. And I was like, I was so embarrassed. At the end of the night, she comes into my dressing room and she says to me, you know the verse you sang tonight? I said, yeah. And she's like, it's not in the CD. And I was like, yeah, that's the third verse we never put in the CD. So believe me when I tell you, after that, I had to have my hairdresser in my headphone reminding me of lyrics because I'm really, really, really bad.
Καλά έκανες. Good on you. Now, let's just go on to Soon. Will the boys like to maybe give us a bit of playing on the song Soon? Have you got it, Dionysios? I know we're going to do a little tease on the new release, but just maybe on the Soon, just a little bit. I have shared it on social media soon because Soon is out, and it's on Spotify and iTunes.
I can play a little bit.
Yeah, go, Tony.
I'm just waiting to see what he's going to do.
Can I hear a little bit of country into that song? Is it a little bit of country style?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Tone and I listen to a lot of music. He's really into the country. He actually got me into a little bit of country. We have a big background in rock, power ballads as well. So we kind of have a real big mix in our music.
I spent a lot of time in Nashville. I wasn't a country fan before I did that. And then I spent a lot of time in Nashville working and really absorbed it. But Maro keeps saying this song sounds country. And to me, it doesn't by kind of what today, I guess it could be a little modern country lady antebellum vibe, but I guess it's there. Must be.
It's there. It's funny because even when I didn't say it, the Greek media took it and said country, so they censored it too.
Wasn't just my ears, yeah. Okay, guys, we've got a new release happening. Yes, December the 4th.
Yes.
And it's being released in Greece.
It's being released in Greece with Real Records from Larissa,
your hometown. Να πούμε και κάτι στα ελληνικά για τη Λάρισα, να δώσουμε τα χαιρετίσματα σε όλους εκεί πέρα και στο Real Music, who are going to release the song. Και καλή επιτυχία.
Ευχαριστούμε. Thank you very much.
Before we go on to a little bit of a tease and a little bit about the new song Gone. So Gone έφυγε, yes?
Yep.
Μάρο, Διονύση, στα ελληνικά, έχετε τίποτα να πείτε στο Real Music που δίνετε που ευχαριστείτε το Real Music που θα σας βγάλει το τραγούδι, τα είπα καλά?
Νομίζω,
νομίζω. Τα είπες καλά. Κοίτα, ένα μεγάλο ευχαριστώ στον Αποστόλη που αποφάσισε να πάρει το τραγούδι και να το κάνει release και στην Ελλάδα και παγκόσμια. Ήταν μεγάλη μας τιμή, τον ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ. It's a great collaboration που θα μπορούμε να δουλέψουμε μαζί και θα το ακούσει και η Ελλάδα και ο υπόλοιπος κόσμος με πιο πολύ δύναμη, γιατί εμείς οι τρεις με το Zoom και με το Facebook και με το social media έτσι το βγάλαμε το Zoom. When you have somebody like a record company πίσω από σένα, βοηθάει να βγει προς τα έξω πιο πολύ το τραγούδι και τους ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ γι' αυτό. Ελπίζουμε να πάει καλά το τραγούδι και να συνεχίσουμε τη συνεργασία μας με άλλα τραγούδια.
Και το Real Music έχει έρθει τώρα και στην Αυστραλία, θα το κάνουν και εδώ πέρα push. Όπως είπατε, around the world. Διονύση, εσύ έχεις λίγα λόγια για το Real Music και το Αποστόλη, για the whole team εκεί πέρα στην Ελλάδα, στη Λάρισα?
Είμαστε ευχαριστημένοι που συγγνώμη, τα ελληνικά μου δεν είναι και τόσο καλά.
Τι ωραία που τα λες, μ' αρέσει! Είναι σαν εμένα.
Όλα ακούω από τους γονείς μου που λένε, γιατί τα είχα μάθει, αλλά τα είχα ξεχάσει, γιατί δεν τα μιλάω αρκετά.
Μπράβο, πολύ ωραία τα λες.
Ευχαριστώ. Είμαστε ευχαριστημένοι που τον έχουμε γνωρίσει και πιστεύουμε ότι θα κάνουμε καλά πράγματα μαζί. Πιστεύει σε εμάς και εμείς πιστεύουμε σε αυτόν και νομίζω θα πάμε μακριά μαζί.
Αυτό είναι το τέλειο πράγμα. Πρέπει να έχετε εμπιστοσύνη μεταξύ σας και να πιστεύετε τον έναν τον άλλον για να μπορείτε να δουλέψετε καλά. Έτσι δεν είναι, παιδιά?
Ακριβώς. Εμείς του έχουμε μιλήσει μόνο σε Messenger και σε τηλέφωνο. Δεν τον έχουμε γνωρίσει μπροστά μας. Κάνουμε leap of faith, όπως λέμε, και αυτός και εμείς, και νομίζουμε ότι θα κάνουμε επιτυχία μαζί.
Και μια μέρα, όταν το COVID μας τελειώσει λίγο, το pandemic, και ανοίξουν τα air flights, Μάρο, άμα θες να λες λίγα ελληνικά, να μου βοηθήσεις.
Ναι, όχι, δεν σε αφήσω.
Θα με αφήσεις.
Τόσο όμορφα.
Θα είναι ωραία, γιατί πιστεύω ότι σύντομα θα πάτε και εσείς και θα γνωριστείτε σύντομα μαζί, γιατί η Ελλάδα με την Αμερική δεν είναι πολύ μακριά. Απλώς τώρα που έχουμε το pandemic, είναι λίγο δύσκολα τα πράγματα. Αλλά πιστεύω το τραγούδι θα πετύχει. Θα πετύχει. Και τι ωραία, όταν μετά θα πετύχει το τραγούδι πρώτα και μετά θα γνωριστείτε. Αυτό είναι τέλειο.
Μακάρι. Weird times we live in, don't we? Παράξενες καταστάσεις.
Αλλά έχουμε μάθει και καινούργια πράγματα τώρα, που πρώτα δεν θα τα σκεφτόμασταν.
Νομίζω ότι εκτιμάμε περισσότερα πράγματα που πριν δεν εκτιμάγαμε. Που πριν τα παίρναμε for granted. Now we don't take anything for granted, do we? And that's maybe a good lesson for the humankind.
And Signoro Tony Adoni, who's listening to us speak Greco, Italiano.
I've taught him some Greek, but he can't say it on the radio station.
No.
That's not what he says.
Okay, παιδιά. Για να αυτό που περιμένουν όλοι, το καινούριο τραγούδι Gone έφυγε. There's a tease out. It's on YouTube, το tease. Για να μην χαλάσουμε το tease και να τους κάνουμε little bit more tease. Πώς το λέμε το tease στα ελληνικά?
Tease στα ελληνικά.
Δεν ξέρω.
Ούτε και εγώ.
Tease.
How do you say tease in Italian, Tony? We can't figure it out in Greek.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good one.
Just say it with an Italian accent, like I just said it. Like tease.
Μια τίζα. Γιατί μου αρέσει τώρα οι Έλληνες πετάνε τα αγγλικά. Τίζα. Okay, ας κάνουμε ένα τίζα. Let's do a bit of a tease. I want Dionysi to play music, and then we're going to cut it. And then Maro, you can say a couple of lines because we don't want to take away from the release because it is going to be a huge song, and let's keep it that way, the anticipation.
I hope so. Thank you.
Here we go.
Here comes the hook.
Long before I opened my eyes, you were gone, 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 without even goodbye.
Bravo, παιδιά. Bravo, συγχαρητήρια, καλή επιτυχία. I wish you all the very, very best. Stay safe, keep the collaboration going. It's working. You guys are just amazing. I'm in awe of the whole three of you.
Thank you.
Maro,
Thank you.
all the very, very best in your career. You're an amazing person. I really enjoyed the time talking to you. You're just wonderful. A lot of love coming from you. Boys, you guys are just the greatest. You both got different backgrounds, and yet the collaboration, the songwriting is fantastic. Keep it up. Let me know when you produce more songs, and if we get together to talk about it live, and perhaps with another singer that's going to be singing them. Maro, we want to continue also.
No, it's just me. It's going to be just me from now on.
Well, there you go, boys. She said it. She said it.
She's exclusive.
So can I say like a few things? Can I just say hi to my cousins in Australia? Hi, cuz. My aunt, yeah. I've been to Australia. I've been both to Melbourne and Sydney. It's
Where are
beautiful.
your cousins, Maro? What part of Australia? Where are your cousins?
This is the part where Mara doesn't remember anything again.
Is it Sydney or Melbourne? So is it where the Opera House is or in Melbourne? Doesn't matter. We're all Australian. We're all one. It doesn't matter.
But where the Uggs are, because I got Uggs from her. So I don't know. Where the Uggs are.
Of course, well, they need. Lucky she didn't say where the kangaroos are.
Yeah, well, okay. They'd probably expect. Wouldn't be surprised if I did say that. But anyway, I just wanna dedicate soon to everybody who's dealing with this COVID situation and cannot be with the person that they love. And it's such a beautiful duet, and it touches in so many different levels emotions that we're feeling through this pandemic. So I want to dedicate it to everybody, and Greece, who's in lockdown now, and tell you guys to stay strong, and we're going to get through this. And I hope you love soon, and I hope you love gone. And thank you for this opportunity that you just gave us to give you an interview and to say hi to Australians. I love you so much.
And Australia loves you, and Australia loves the whole three of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations and all the very best. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.